to be able to successfully compile the sacred Guru CHARITRA, the glorious account of the divine incarnations of Lord Shri Dattatreya, Shri Sripada Sri Vallabha, and Sri Narasimha Saraswati. Namdharak, an ardent devotee of Sri Narasimha Saraswati, sets out for Ganagapur for the darshan of the holy Padukas. Tired and exhausted, he fainted on the way. At this time, Guru Nath appeared before him in a dream and blessed him. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Sri Ganesha Namaha, Sri Saraswatiyai Namaha, Sri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Sri Mahalakshmayai Namaha, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guru, the spiritual preceptor, is himself Lord Brahma, the creator of the cosmos. Guru himself is Lord Vishnu, the sustainer of the cosmos. Guru himself is Lord Maheshwara, who absorbs unto himself this creation at the end of each cycle. And verily, the Guru himself is absolute and supreme Godhood. Unto that Guru, I offer my total obeisance. To transcribe into finite language, in the confines of limited vocabulary, the infinite glory and effulgence of Guru Dattatreya, the unified manifestation of the Supreme Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, is an impossible task for any. Even the Vedas failed and beat a retreat. But even so, if at least a small and single ray of the supreme effulgence of the Godhead can be captured, that is enough to redeem the world. And through divine grace, the impossible becomes possible to some, or to a little extent at least. Namdharak invokes for divine grace. Saraswati Gangadhara Namdharak, the blessed devotee of Dattavatara Sri Narasimha Saraswati, before setting out to write the sacred Guru Charitra, the life story of the Avatar, invokes the grace of Lord Ganesha. Without Lord Ganesha's grace, nothing can be achieved. He is the Mangala Murti, the embodiment of all the auspicious attributes and the abode of all auspiciousness. He is easily pleased, responds instantaneously, and bestows his grace ever readily on whoever calls out to him. He makes the impossible possible. With his grace and help, the sage Vyasa could compose the incomparable and monumental Mahabharata. Saraswati Gangadhara extols Lord Ganesha, saying, "You are the remover of obstacles. You keep your large fan-like ears always waving. The airwaves produced thereby drive away all the obstacles in the path of your devotees. In your stomach rest all the worlds, and that is why You are extolled as Lambodara. Even all the gods have to worship you alone first, before undertaking any of their divine tasks. I pray to you to bless this venture of mine and to help me through. Next, Saraswati Gangadhara invokes the grace of Mother Saraswati, the bestower of all knowledge and wisdom. He prays, "You are the mother of the Vedas. Without your grace, man cannot produce even a syllable. You are the life force behind the sound. You are the indweller in all fourfold aspect of sound. Para, Pashanti, Madhyama, Madhyama, and Vicariis. From the subtlest to the grossest expressions of sound, I beseech you to bless me and help me in this venture of mine." Saraswati Gangadhara next prays to Trimurtis and to Sri Dattatreya. He prays, "O Lords, you are the primeval gurus. You are the ones who incarnated in the Kali Yuga as Sri Narasimha Saraswati to redeem the people from their ignorance and their ills. With full faith, you alone are going to steer me through the colossal venture. I am setting out upon this task. It is like the child trying to reach the moon by stretching out its hand. But even so, I have complete faith in you that you will help me through." Thus, Saraswati Gangadhara starts with the divine narrative, the Guru Charitra. As a prelude, he gives a brief account of his lineage and of his immediate forebears. He belongs to the Kaundinyasa Gotra. He is of the fourth generation in the line reckoning from Samdyo. Samdyo's son was Nagnath, and Nagnath's son was Deyorao. All of them were staunch devotees and worshippers of Guru Nath. Samdeyo and Nagnath had the blessed privilege of being close disciples of Guru Nath and of serving the master in his lifetime. It is because of this merit earned by them that one among their family, Saraswati Gangadhara, could become an instrument of Lord to write about the divine leelas of the great Dattavatara for the benefit of humanity and the world. It should, however, be understood that the life of any great master, and much more so of an avatar like that of Narasimha Saraswati, is like a huge iceberg lying submerged in the frozen waters of the ocean and showing but a tiny crest or pinnacle afloat on the waters. What will be discernible to the human eyes is just that tiny portion afloat above the waters, but not the mountain-sized iceberg submerged under the waters. So also, in the following account of Guru Nath's life, it is but a fraction of his glory that will be delineated. It is impossible for anyone to describe the avatar's full glory. He is a mystery beyond all human comprehension. Namdharak is blessed with Guru Darshan. There once was a devotee named Namdharak and had a great yearning to visit the holy great place of Gangapur for the darshan of the sacred Guru Padukas. The Nirguna Padukas of the Tavatar Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva enshrined there. He heard much, most authentic anecdotes, how Guru Nath continues to shower his grace on all seekers, even after his Mahaprashtan, and that a pilgrimage to Ganagapur is sure to suit the mind, to satiate the yearnings of the heart, to quench the thirst of the soul, and to allay the hunger of the spirit for all the devotees. With great expectations and hope, Namdharak sets out from his far-off village to Ganagapur. The journey was long and arduous. He was very exhausted and had lost all his stamina. He was seized with despair as to whether he could survive and be able to reach the destination at all. Resting under a tree, Namdara cried out in desperation, "Oh, Gurudeva, don't you have pity and compassion on me? I may be unmerited with so many sin loads on my head. But what of it? Will a mother ever forsake her son, however bad and evil he may be? You know how devoutly my ancestors worshipped and served you. Because of that at least, show me a little consideration, ignoring and forgiving all my lapses. If you forsake me, who can I look to? Oh my Lord, I will end my life if you are too callous to me." Wailing thus in anguish and desperation, fatigued by the journey, he fainted and fell unconscious. Lo, no mother ever forsakes her child. Even the cow comes seeking its calf. Namdarak had a wondrous dream. Guru Nath Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva stood there before him, casting his benevolent looks upon him and placing his hand on his head as a token of his blessing. Naramdak's joy knew no bounds. He fell at Guru Nath's feet, singing out long hymns of praise to the Lord. He offered mental worship to him. He collected the dust under the feet of the Lord and smeared it on his own forehead over all his body. He was overwhelmed with joy. This ends the first chapter of Sri Guru Charitra, describing the dream vision vouchsafed to Naramdak by Sri Guru Nath. Glory to all the merciful, the omnipotent, and the ever responsive Guru Nath. Pranams. Ate muted.
Okay. Power and glory of Guru Bhakti. Namdharak meets Siddha Yogi, the great and close disciple of Guru Nath. Siddha Yogi leads Namdharak to Bhima Raja Sangam and seated under the holy Aswata tree, starts narrating the Guru CHARITRA to him, which the latter listens to with rapt attention. Siddha Yogi narrates the story of disciple Deepak and the Guru with the Dharma, and about the unexcelled merit that accrue from Guru Bhakti and Guru Seva. Guru is indeed supreme, and all the gods are subsumed in him. If we can but win the Guru's grace, we will thereby win the grace of all gods. Guru is indeed supreme. The names of Veda Dharma and Deepak have their own significance. Veda itself is both the Dharma and the Guru, and one who is devoted to the scriptures and abides by the Dharma, which they enunciate, is sure to gain enlightenment. This chapter is the key chapter of the entire text. It charts out the entire path of the spiritual aspirant. The Kalpataru can fulfill all your wishes. The Kamedenu can bestow on us all the boons. The Parastone can transform base metals into gold, but none of them can transform others into the likeness of themselves. This Guru alone can do. Namdharak, refreshed by the sleep and enlivened by the joy of the dream vision, now woke up. The dream vision of Guru Nath's splendorous form, with ashes smeared all over the body, with tiger skin as his garment, and with his locks of matted hair, and with looks of overflowing with love and compassion, stood indelibly imprinted in his mind. Recapitulating the vision, he was in a state of ecstasy. But it soon flashed on him that it was after all but a dream. But even so, he realized and felt convinced that it was only because of Guru's Nath grace that he had such a blessed vision. Even if it's a dream, but could he ever hope to have even such a dream vision again? Would Guru Nath ever again shower his mercy upon him? As he was brooding this, lo, there came near him a yogi, an ascetic, who looked like the near replica of the divine form which he had seen in his dream. The yogi too had a similar face and looks, wore a tiger skin for his garment, and his whole body was smeared with sacred ashes. His face was shining with spiritual splendor, and his looks bespeaking of his inner realization and enlightenment. Namdharak was overwhelmed with joy and wonder, and fell at the yogi's feet and exclaimed, "O great one, on seeing you, all the agony in my heart has subsided, and my whole being is filled with ineffable joy and eternal peace. I am feeling most blessed. I pray to you to let me know who you are and where you are coming from and where you reside. I am certain that it is Shri Narasimha Saraswati Deva who sent you to me, taking pity on me." At this, the ascetic replied as follows: "I am known by the name Siddha Yogi, also referred as Siddha Muni. I am the disciple of the great Datta avatar, Sri Narasimha Saraswati. The Supreme Brahman was my guru. With his grace alone, I have attained the knowledge of the spirit and the possession of all yogic siddhis. Ever since my guru's departure from Ganagapur and withdrawing of his avatar a little later, I have been constantly on pilgrimage. I am now on my way back to the holy Ganagapur for the darshan of my Guru Nath's near Guna Padukas enshrined there. I spend all my time traveling in remembrance and recounting the leelas and mahimas of Guru Nath. Oh, how great, how divine is my Guru. He is fearless indeed. How blessed is Ganagapur, which is hallowed by his grace. How blessed indeed are all those who are devoted to him. They are freed forever from all mundane worries and are all forever anchored in peace and happiness. Their homes will be ever prosperous, with everything aplenty, and with no want whatsoever. Cattle, children, wealth, none of these will ever felt wanting in the devotee's home. For that matter, anyone devoted to his own guru, let apart to Guru Nath, is most blessed indeed. He will be all peace and happiness himself. Guru is indeed supreme by himself, and all the gods are no comparison to him at all. Guru is the sole benefactor and liberator for man, and blessed indeed are those who are devoted to their Guru. Although Namdharak was joyous at hearing this, yet some apprehension started raising their heads in his mind. He said to Siddha Yogi, I am puzzled at what you say. I am also devoted to Guru Nath, just as the predecessor in my family were. But I have no peace at all, and I am ever haunted by worries. In spite of my devotion to Guru Nath, I am in pitiful state. You say that those who are devoted to the Guru are freed from all worries and miseries. It doesn't so hold true in my case at least. Further, although I am to believe that the great indeed is Guru Nath, how can you say that Guru, whoever he be, is indeed supreme by himself, and all the gods are no comparison to him at all? Guru can hold some place of honor like mother and father, but how can you rank him above all the gods? It puzzles me much, and I fail to understand what you say. Siddha Yogi then said, My child, your faith is wavering, and it is not steadfast yet, and you are bedeviled with all sorts of doubts. Just as a sick person cannot relish food, however delicious it is, so also a doubting heart cannot imbibe the grace of the Guru. However abundantly it may be overflowing. Just as an excessive wrong diet is harmful to a sick person, so also doubts are inimical and detrimental to the progress of men on the path of bhakti. It is not said, Samsayatma Vishnayati, a wavering and a doubting person perishes. Sravan Labate Gananam, the one with faith gains all the wisdom. You should cultivate an alloyed devotion to the Guru. Because of your doubts only, you are not able to derive the benefit of Guru Nath's grace, and instead have enmeshed yourself in misery. Ever remember that the Guru alone can redeem the disciple. Even if he has incurred the wrath of all the gods, if he has his Guru's grace, no harm will ever befall him. Guru's grace will be his invincible armor, even if all gods make an assault upon him. But if one incurs the wrath of the Guru, none can ever rescue him, not even all the gods together try. One should actually never make a distinction between Guru and God. For the devotee, all the forms of God should be subsumed in the form of his own Guru. Thereafter, Siddha Yogi started narrating an anecdote from the Bara by Bharta Purana to explain the power of Guru Bhakti. In the beginningless time, Brahmadeva created the cosmos, and along with it, he also created 4 Vedas, the repositories of all wisdom, which enunciate the code of conduct for man, for the upkeep of harmony in the universe. He also enunciated the Puranas by the way of illustration of the practice of Vedic Dharma in the day-to-day lives of people. He also created the 4 Yuga Purushas, assigning to each one of them the rule of each yugas respectively. He does this in each one of the kalpas. Each one of the yuga Purushas in their respective yuga has to undertake the responsibility for the upkeep of Dharma on earth, for the welfare of all. Each yuga will have its own specific characteristics and special features, and Brahma explained about them in details to each one of the Yuga Purusha. The Purusha of Krita Yuga is endowed with pure Sattva Guna. The Purusha of Treta Yuga has Sattva and Raha mixed in him, while the people of Krita Yuga are contemplative nature, ever engaged in tapas and contemplative ways, always on the inner self. The people of Treta Yuga resort to external, ritualistic disciplines and austerities, especially of the performance of sacrifices. The Purusha of Dwapara Yuga is predominantly Rajasic and always carries bows and arrows in his hand, but even so, he is calm and compassionate. The Kali Purusha possessed with tamasic traits. The people of Kali Yuga are materialistic, who discard all noble values of life. They are atheists and take to unwholesome and evil practices. The moral values will sink into the lowest level in Kali Yuga, and the Kali Purusha will tempt and lead people astray, take them away along wrong and evil paths. People will fall slaves to sensual pleasures and throw overboard all noble values of life. Cravings of the tongue and passions of sex are two weapons of Kali Purusha to subdue men. Lord Brahma, however, had warned the Kali Purusha that he should be very cautious when he approaches people devoted to their guru. He should never try to meddle with and harass people devoted to the guru. The guru holds the highest spiritual status, higher than that of even all the gods. And whoever is devoted to his guru is ever protected against all odds and harm. The guru's grace will be an impregnable armor around his disciples and devotees. Otherwise, he would be incurring the guru's wrath and will come to grief, and none would be able to help them then, not even the great Trinity. Therefore, Brahma narrates an anecdote to Kali on the power of Guru Bhakti. On the banks of the holy river Godavari, there used to be once an Agiri Rasa ashram. In the ashram lived many rishis, ever engaged in their spiritual pursuits. Many young students used to come for learning to these rishis, who were very learned in the Vedas and scriptures and were realized souls. Veda Dharma, son of the great Paila Maharshi, was one of these rishis. He was revered for his vast learning as well as for his spiritual stature, and as worthy of son of a great rishi. He used to have a very large group of students. One day, during his daily discourse to his students, he said, "As a man sows, so shall he reap. No one can escape the bounds of karma. Human birth is a result of his previous karmas only, just as the law of cause and effect works in the physical world. The law of karma works in the moral sphere. Every thought, word, and deed, as it were, is weighted in the scales of eternal justice. The moral law is inexorable and inescapable." He then slowly added, "As for me too, in my former lives, in my ignorance, I committed many great sins. I have been able to expiate most of them through the severest penance in this life. But there is still some paradbra karma persisting, which I cannot escape and will have to suffer. The time is now coming for me for undergoing this suffering, and I will soon be overtaken by a most dreadful disease, which will see me in its grip for a long time, for nearly 2 years. I need the services of one of you, if any of you are willing. You will have to constantly attend upon me, nurse me, and relieve me of my suffering to whatever extent you can possibly can. But let me tell you, the disease that is going to overtake me is most loathsome, and you will not be able to even bear my presence. Those who have to attend to a deceased person will suffer even more than the deceased person himself." With this, he stopped and kept silent. No sooner than the guru finished speaking, one of young disciple, Deepak, rose up and walked to the guru's feet, prostrated himself there, and prayed he been given a chance and privilege to serve him. He said, Master, what greater blessing can there be than serving the Master? Under all circumstances, pray, give me the opportunity to serve you. Vedadharma said that he was setting out on a pilgrimage to the Holy Kasi, as the disease would be taking him could be fatal, and that he would like to breathe his last on the banks of Holy Ganges at the feet of the Lord Vishwanath. Vedadharma then entrusted his other disciple to the care of other rishis, and he set out to the Holy Kasi along with Deepak. There, he settled down at Kamblewashar on the northern bank of Manikarnika. In a few days, the body of Vedadharma overtaken by leprosy, and day by day the disease was fast spreading, ravaging the whole body. Files made almost a permanent habitation on the source of Vedadharma's body. Putrid and foul odor used to emanate from all over the body. Hardly he could sleep, and he was suffering great agony all the time. He grew highly irritable and peevish, and for everything he used to blame Deepak. He used to treat the disciple very harshly. He used to scold him for not cleaning his sores properly. And when he was cleaning the wounds, he used to flare up and howl that he was causing him pain. He used to complain that the food Deepak was getting for him was not good. But Deepak used to bear it all calmly, while at the same time he also felt sorry for the agony and served him. He strove all the time in trying to make the guru as comfortable as possible. He himself used to hardly sleep, nor used to eat properly, and all the time of the day he was attending upon the master, catering to his need. The young boy's dedication and love for his guru moved the hearts of even the great Trinity. One day, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishwara, appeared before Deepak and said that he was immensely pleased with his Guru Bhakti and Guru Seva, and that he came to him in order to give him whichever boon he might ask for. Deepak said that without his guru's explicit permission, he would not do anything, and that he would therefore ask his guru first that he should do and what boon to ask for. Shiva said, then you go and get your guru's permission for asking the boon. I will be waiting here for you. I shall give you whatever you ask for. Deepak told the guru about this, and he said that he would seek boon from Shiva for the cure of his guru's dreadful disease. The gurus instantly flared into rage and said he should not seek any favor from anyone for the redress of his suffering. He said he will have to expiate this karma by his own suffering only. Deepak went back and told Lord Shiva that he had nothing to seek from him. Brahma and Vishnu later appeared before Deepak, and they too offered him boons, pleased with his Guru Bhakti. At the behest of Guru, he turned down the offer of these gods too. Then the gods said, when we, the supreme gods, who are higher than any being, are graciously offering you boons, is it not foolish of you to listen to the perverse behest of your guru and spurn down the blessed opportunity that come to you? Deepak replied, pardon me, sirs, there is none equal to the guru. Guru is higher than even the highest gods. What I ever yearn for is only my guru's grace and not the favor of anyone else. If you are still keen on granting me some boon, please bless that my devotion to my guru will only grow more and more and will never slacken and waver. The gods blessed him accordingly and disappeared. Actually, Vedadharma wanted only to test Deepak's steadfastness, and devotion. For this, he put him on the severest test. When Deepak thus defied even the gods, Vedadharma was much pleased. The disease was not real. It was just an assumed by him for the purpose of testing the faith of his disciples and to give to posterity an example of supreme power of Guru Bhakti. Veda Dharma then gave up the disease and became perfectly well. He embraced Deepak. He lauded him for his steadfast devotion to the Guru, even under the severest trial and tribulation. Veda Dharma endowed on Deepak all the knowledge of the scriptures and the highest wisdom and all the siddhis. He blessed him thus. You will flourish as a Chiranjeevi forever in this holy Kasi. Lord Veshwara will ever be at your side. Whoever thinks of you will be rid of all their woes and will enjoy all prosperity and attain enlightenment. Deepak became an enlightened as his own illustrious guru himself was, and came to be also known as Sandipak or Samdipak. Here ends the second chapter of Sri Guru Charitra, glorifying the Guru Bhakti and the supremacy of the Guru over all gods. Glory to all merciful, the omnipresent, and ever-responsive Guru Nath. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. What a beautiful chapter.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
thank you, Tana, for joining.
Thank you,
Rose.
Tana, Ate Rose, thank you. And to everyone who joined us in the live, thank you so much.
Not the live is not broadcast yet because I
Okay.
don't know how to operate it, but hopefully the second reading, many will join us and appreciate the Guru Charita because it's so beautiful, like Saisa Charita also. So any comments about the reading, Stanley?
Can I ask you a question, please? Thank
Sure.
you for the readings. You know, the chapter 2, when you were reading the boon, the person, was offered the boon. Was it the explanation given by the guru was if the other person is suffering from sickness or some disease, you don't ask for the blessings to heal the person because the other person has to go through the karma.
Yes.
Is that what they're saying?
Yes. The guru of Deepak has suffering a serious disease, leprosy,
Yeah.
and the Lord Shiva Vishnu came to give him boon and blessing, and he declined it because the guru wants himself the guru Namdharak wants to experience the karma. He wants to purge the karma himself. So yeah, that's the, and actually it's all lila of the guru. He has no disease. He's just testing the disciples' conviction, and Deepak really.
I personally, I'm finding this a bit difficult to digest because I mean, I was like really diverted into spiritual path with kind of a similar situation where my family member was having a severe health condition. And then from being a lawyer, I cross-trained to become Reiki healer and then this spiritual path with Mohanji and everything. So my prayers, I've been always like, I want my brother to recover, all that, I've been praying and, and he's also a domestic violence survivor. So I've been praying to, asking God to help him out. I don't know. And I've also asked to bless my hands, help people who are going through this condition, help them out, give them the healing blessings. bless my hands, because I'm a Reiki healer, I it's very difficult, isn't it? Because my brother is the patient, stroke patient, and obviously prayers when we are praying, obviously I want my family member to recover, isn't it?
Then I guess the only way we could do now is to really surrender your brother to our guru, and whatever he is suffering now is is also because of his past life karma, and actually he's clearing up your brother so that next lifetime or next he will be okay. So acceptance, I think, is what we should do, and surrender to the guru's
Yeah. That is what I did as well. When I did the coconut prayers, I said, I surrender my family member, myself, everyone, my brother, to you at your lotus feet. So like that, I was doing the prayers, and then we had the pilgrimage, isn't it? We did the ancestors' prayers, and then the afternoon we did the Rudram chanting, the Oma prayers and everything. So the whole day we have been in the prayers. So evening, night, when we came back the hotel, I checked my phone. There was like really devastating news. My brother was taken by emergency on the same day. He's taken by emergency to the hospitals, and we almost lost him. And my mother was like in a hysterical condition. For a very long time, I couldn't reach her. I was in Shri, and she's in Penang Island in Malaysia, in the hospital with my brother, and I couldn't reach her. So there was a message from a family member, another family member. So it was really agonizing, and I was thinking, only today, the whole day I spent making prayers, praying, and then the evening when I come back, instead of like hearing good news, I had a bad news waiting for me. So it was really, really agonizing for me, everyone. So we almost lost him, and I prayed to Mohanji, I prayed to Baba. He managed to overcome that situation. He's now back to the home, but he's in a very disturbed state because he can't see his children. We don't know his children. He's lost speech and right limbs paralyzed. He's a stroke patient.
Have you gave him vibhuti?
Yeah, I've given the vibhuti, Baba's vibhuti to drink and all. And I've done a couple of Maitri sessions as well for him. I'm trying to bring him to Shri to do prayers and do treatment in India. I'm looking for places. But the visa process is also taking long time. The OCI card, they say 6 months. So that's already coming to half of this year. And I can't come on visit visa. Malaysian, they only allow 45 days. And then medical visa, I can't do without supporting documents. The wife is not releasing the required documents, the scan, X-ray and everything. So I'm really like in a catch-22 situation. I really finding it like I'm running on a treadmill, but I can't progress. Like that, I'm struggling.
Tana, can I ask something? Did can your brother talk? Can you?
He's like, he lost, diagnosed as global aphasia, lost expressive and receptive language. So like little baby, little baby starting to talk. Yes, no, like that facial expression, gestures, hand movements, and very little words, like, very small words, like how small baby talks. And he's 47.
Can he write though? Can he write?
Because his right hand paralyzed, he's a right hand person. Left hand, he can, I think he knows how to write his name. Last time one police report, he put his name. Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because during healing, we should also ask the patients, patients, the patient should, we should also ask your brother if he's willing to really get well, It's
Yeah.
he want to heal also.
So like the Maitri practitioner from Malaysia has spoken to my brother, and I have given permission. Sandra is the other practitioner who did the sessions for him.
Okay.
And Bridget, yeah.
Okay. Well, pray for your brother. Hopefully, Baba and Mohanji will help him, you know. Just try your best to give him the best care that you can
Yeah.
offer. So I think that's the best for now, you know, best care
Okay.
for him. Yeah. Any
Okay.
message,
May,
Tanya?
may I suggest that you get him vibhuti from Shri and put it in some liquid and let him drink it. He's not articulate. The brain has the ability to repair itself. So your faith, patience, saburi, Baba is miraculous. Baba is real. You know, the vibhuti that I'm talking about is the vibhuti from Shri, right? The gray colored vibhuti, very powerful. Okay. He
Yeah,
is
that's
not
what.
in a position to articulate himself. All right. You're a very passionate, loving sister. I feel you,
Mm-hmm.
passionate and loving.
Mm-hmm.
There is only so much you can do. Sometimes you need to come to a point where you say, okay, Baba, I can't do this on my own. I leave him at your lotus feet. I leave him there. Please take care of him. Because everything else that you see, one of the things about Maitri is, yes, we have, I'm sorry to interrupt this, make it long. You guys don't mind me talking?
Yes,
No.
Not
Sandra.
any long. Okay, it's just that we're talking about the energy and the consciousness of the masters. Baba is real, Monji is the living embodiment of everything, living embodiment. So if you are in Shivdi, are you in Shivdi still, Tanalakshmi?
Yes, yes.
Are you still there?
No, no, I've now come. Now in Chennai now.
You're
I'm making.
frozen. I can't hear you.
No, I said
Tanalakshmi, can you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
yes. I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm in now Chennai. I'm not in
Okay,
Shirdi.
okay. Okay. All right. I know you were in Shivdi, but do you have Vibhuti from there?
Yes, yes.
From
I've
Baba,
given
from
Vibhuti from my
Shivdi.
brother.
You have
Yes,
Baba's
yes, yes,
Vibhuti.
yes.
You have given. Keep giving
Yeah,
him. And
yeah. He's
also give him
thinking.
a lot. Don't just give him like a pinch or whatever. Monji says, you know, in a serious situation like this, and also it's, remember, karma is unique to each one of us. We all come with our own karma. That may be your brother, he has his own karma to finish. We all come here with our own mission. Your passion and your love, it's a great blessing that he has you, Dhanalakshmi. The vibhuti, I say, from my heart, is the most powerful, next to surrendering everything to Moji. Because I know what happens when that happens, for myself. When you surrender, everything becomes possible. Anything becomes possible. Okay? And I know, don't drive yourself crazy. I told you, just calm yourself down, breathe, center yourself. And that's when you retain your power. Understand? You come into your own space. Okay? Even the readings that you attend, this is admirable to see you here with our
Yeah.
Philippines family. I love it.
Oh,
Thank you for coming.
thank
This
you for the
great
session.
blessing from our beautiful family. So thank you. Love you, Lakshmi.
Yeah, I love
Be,
you too.
be confident. Surrender. Very simple. Let it go. You hold on so much. You control so much. Humans can only have a limited capacity to do anything. Masters of the universe, unlimited. So follow your hearts. Okay? We all send love and blessings. Remember that.
Yes.
Love you. I'm so sorry I missed the reading.
It's
It's
okay.
okay, Sandra.
We have a
Yes, Daddy,
recording.
what were you saying?
We have a recording of it, so we can post it later. Any message, Stanley?
Lovely. I'm sorry, I had to go out and I got you know.
Are you going to share this publicly
Pardon?
on Facebook or is it
Yes.
private?
I'm gonna post it on YouTube later.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm with
Remember,
my nice
everything
gown with
is
no
okay.
makeup.
I have no makeup too, so don't worry.
I don't really use makeup except lipstick and whatever, so it's not a big deal. And it's the middle of our day. I have to look a little decent to go out. And it's
Okay,
so
I did not
hot
even
over
comb my
here.
hair.
Yeah. Any message, Rose?
As long as your heart is here. Sorry, Rose, you were saying?
No, I did not even
You
comb my
are
hair.
amazing. Not about your hair. I'm talking about your.
Her signal is on and off.
Yeah.
And
Okay, then. Thank you very much for the session.
you.
Yeah.
Reading is always
Thank you, Tana.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Ma'am Sandra, your connection is
Yeah.
intermittent.
Trying.
She's on another dimension.
Yeah, she's like blessing everyone
Yeah.
in a blessing position. Okay, yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Is this
you,
every day,
Ate Rose.
Joanna?
No, every Saturday. And then
2 chapters every Saturday.
yeah, and then Sai sa Charita
Sai
Sai
Baba
Baba
meditation.
Miracle every
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Jai
Bye-bye.
Mohanji.
Jai Mohanji.